Do you want to hear the first sound ever recorded? It's creepy, right? Now, something you might have noticed is all the unwanted background noise. Well, today, we are going to talk about a similar kind of unwanted noise. It's called phase noise. And let's find out what that's all about. Welcome to Phase Out, a science and engineering show brought to you by Bliley Technologies. My name is Sean Fedorko, and today we're talking about phase noise. The standard definition of phase noise is the frequency domain representation of rapid, short-term, random fluctuations in the phase of a waveform caused by time domain instabilities, or jitter. Now, when we talk about phase noise, in this case, we're referring to a phenomenon in radio frequency technology, or RF, just like in your car stereo. So let's think about your car stereo. When you tune in to a station, it's broadcasting a signal on a specific carrier frequency. That's the number for the station. 90.5, 103.7. They stand for that carrier frequency. And it's the frequency that the radio wave is being broadcast on from wherever the station is originating the signal. Now, we've all seen a radio wave before, right? It looks like this. Now, frequency is really just the rate that this line moves up and down, or oscillates over time. In the real world, most signals, like anything, are not 100% consistent, and the timing, and therefore the frequency, has slight variation. As we mentioned before, this is called jitter. So we can look at the signal in another way. If you look at this frequency, what is called the spectral density graph, it would look something like this. The frequency is represented along the x-axis, and the amplitude, or power, is represented along the y-axis. In an ideal world, the signal would be a vertical line. But in reality, the signal looks more like this. The extra unwanted areas on either side of the carrier signal, they represent phase noise. This phase noise and its measurement is particularly important to RF engineers who work on oscillators. An oscillator is an electronic circuit that produces a periodic oscillating signal. Now, these oscillators are used in everything from radio and television broadcasting, radar systems, high-precision clocks for computers, and other systems like satellites. When RF engineers want to compare oscillators, they'll often look at the phase noise of an oscillator to determine how clean its signal is. If we look at that graph again, we can actually measure the phase noise present. The areas to the left and right of the signal, they're called sidebands. If we look at the right sideband, just the right sideband, at what is called the single sideband noise power density, well, everything here beyond the signal frequency can be considered phase noise. So really, single sideband noise density is phase noise. If you'd like to learn more about phase noise, more than what we covered here, you can always check out Bliley Technologies' blog. We've put a link in the video description right next to that like button. All right, that's a good start to the show. Go ahead and subscribe, because you're gonna wanna come back and check out future episodes where we talk about science, we explore engineering, and the applications of technology, like frequency control. The kind of stuff that makes our lives cooler and lets us learn about the world we live in. Well, I've been your host, Sean Fedorko, and thanks for phasing out with us.